Hello again. Let me ask you a question. If simplifying a fraction like 15 over 20 makes you scratch your head and not want to ask questions in class, well, you've come to the right place. In this video, we're going to explain what simplifying fractions is. Then, I'll show you a method in my class that the students use to simplify fractions. In the end, I'll give you some practice questions that you can have a go of as well. By the end of this video, you are going to be an expert in simplifying fractions. Let's do it. I'm Mr. Nick and welcome to Simplifying Fractions. When your teacher asks you, simplify this fraction, what does that mean? Well, what it means is they want you to represent this fraction with the smallest possible numbers. The value of the fraction never changes, just the numbers do. Let me show you. Let's look at this fraction 25 over 30 and imagine it's our birthday cake. We have one whole birthday cake split into 30 equal pieces and we have 25 pieces. Now if we cut this cake into 6 bigger pieces and we had 5 of those pieces, we would still have the same amount of cake. The fraction would be equivalent. Let's learn the easiest procedure of how to do that. All you need to know is your times tables. And if you haven't mastered your times tables yet, that's okay. We'll put up a times table chart, or you can look for one in the back of one of your books. I want you to try this one with me. So pause the video now, go and grab something to write with. If you've got a mini whiteboard, that works well because we're going to do some rubbing out, or you can just grab a pencil and paper. We're going to do this one together on our whiteboards. Write down 25 over 30. And let's simplify it. We'll start by looking at 25. We've got to ask ourselves, what two numbers times together to equal 25? If you were thinking 5 times 5, me too, that works. Then we look at the 5 and ask ourselves, what two numbers times together to equal 5? The only ones are 5 times 1. And that's not going to help us, so anything times 1 is not going to help us make it smaller. So we'll just leave 5. Leave 5, and now we'll look at 30. What two numbers times together to equal 30? We've got a few. We've got 10 times 3, and we've got 5 times 6. We can use either, but let's just use 10 times 3. So I'm going to replace 30 with 10 times 3. Now we look at the 10. What two numbers times together to equal 10? And I've got 5 times 2. So I'm going to replace 10 with 5 times 2. Then we look at the 5. Other than 5 times 1, we've already established that 5 times 1 is the only two numbers that times together to equal 5. So it's done. Look at the 2. No numbers times together to equal 2 other than 2 times 1, so we'll leave it. And then we'll look at the 3. Other than 3 times 1, no numbers times together to equal 3. So now we can start the fun part of crossing off the numbers. If we have a number at the top that's the same as the bottom, we can cross them both off. So let's start 5 and 5. See you later. See you later. And all we're left with now is a 5 on the top and 2 times 3 on the bottom. With the 2 times 3 at the bottom, all we have to do is times them back together. 2 times 3 is, that's right, 6. And that's it. That is as simple as this fraction can be. Let's try another one. Let's simplify 9 over 36. Write down that. Now let's look at the 9. What two numbers times together to equal 9? 3 times 3. Now we look at the 3. Other than 3 times 1, there's no two numbers that times together to equal 3. So we're going to stop there with the 3, it's prime. Stop there with that 3, it's prime. And we'll move to 36. What two numbers times together to equal 36? 6 times 6. Now we look at the 6. What two numbers times together to equal 6? 2 times 3. Same with this 6, 2 times 3. And now the fun part. We can rub out whatever numbers are the same from the top and the bottom. Let's start with this 3 and this 3. Both the same. See you later. There's a 3 here and a 3 here. See you later. But now we're left with no numbers at the top. But we know that there was always 3 times 1, we just never wrote it. So once that 3's gone, we always know there's a 1 on the top. 2 is as small as it can get on the bottom, 2 is as small as it can get here. So now we just times them back together. 2 times 2 is 4. And that's as simple as that can be now. Okay, let's try these ones now. 10 over 25 and 3 over 21. Give these a go. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark, press play. All right, let's mark. 10 breaks down to 5 times 2. 25 breaks down to 5 times 5. I can cross off the 2 5s. And I'm left with 2 over 5. Done. 3 over 21. 3 can't break down. 21 breaks down to 7 times 3. I can cross out the 2 3s. There's nothing on top, but I know there's always a 1, and that's as simple as it can be. Here's 2 more practice questions for you guys, and if you get this, you're now a master of simplifying fractions. 6 over 18, and simplify for me 4 over 28. Good luck. Pause the video. When you're ready to mark, press play. All right, 6 breaks down to 3 times 2. 18 breaks down to 9 times 2. 9 breaks down to 3 times 3. Now I can start crossing off. 3 times 2 at the top, 3 times 2 at the bottom. See you later. There's always a 1 at the top. Our most simplified fraction is 1 over 3. Let's break down this. 4 breaks down to 2 times 2. 28 breaks down to, let's just half it. So we've got 14 times 2. Let's break down 14. 7 times 2. There's a 2 times 2 and a 2 times 2. Let's get rid of them. See you later. See you later. And there's always a 1 at the top. There we go. In its simplest form, 1 over 7. Well done, guys. If you're a master of simplifying fractions now, like the video. And if you want to learn some more with me, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, lunchtime's always just around the corner.